Hello everyone, I'm Terry. You're watching Crafty Clefty. Now, thank you for joining me. Now, I repurposed a wall calendar, redid the numbers and everything. So, if you like it, want to see how I did it, want to make one of your own, then stay tuned and watch the video. It's coming up. For this project, we're going to need a cutting board, our scissors. We're going to need pretty paper of your choice. And we're going to need this old calendar wall hanging, Modgpoge brushes, tags to cut the right size. So we're just going to be tracing that and cutting them out. And a pen for tracing. So, I'll be with you in just a minute. Now, for this, I measure what I'm going to use. So I just put it on and mark where you're going to be. I have a little notch. Right there. And then the back will be this part. Either this part over here or this part. So anyway, I'm going to do the front first and get this out of the way. And I will, okay, that will fit. So I'm going to put my thing here. And we have to measure, make this even. Now this cutting board has a little groove in it that tells you where to cut. It's right there. And that's so it's easy to see just where to cut. Now, this, we lift this up, slip this under, we gotta find our mark. Okay, so it's gonna be, mine's gonna be like this. And I am going to line this opening up with the little mark that I made. Make sure the mark is in the middle of that thing, the groove. And make sure this is nice and even. And I am now out of the groove, so let me put myself back in there. Okay, so now this has two cutters on it. They are sharp, but you hold this down and press on it, and press down on this, and then you can cut. And because I don't think it went all the way to the end, I'm going to use this one over here, press, and cut. Oh, okay, we got it. Nice straight line. Now, we're going to see just what measure, which way I'm going to have this. Now here is, this part here will be right underneath this because I'm unable to take these pegs out. I'm going to cut one right underneath, and then the top will go on top, and I'll put just a little bit of a slit on the top ones to make it come down flush. And let me measure again. Okay, that's going to be the top of it. The top of this golden edge. You see that? So I'm going to cut that. Now I've got a nice line here. Okay, it's in the middle, that's in the middle. Bring this down, and we're going to cut. Okay, now, well, let's put it back in. Let's line her back up. Okay, line it back up, there we go. It's lined up. Now this part is not lined up. Now that's lined up. And just press down again. There we go. We got it. Now, I need to see, yeah, that's underneath. And I need to cut part of this off. I think I'll do that after I Modgpoge this on. And then put this down. Make it even with the bottom. Even with the sides. Make it flush. And I'm going to let this dry. Now, that looks. And then I'm going to put I'll find it, the other little strip. Now what I'm doing is I'm cutting out little bitty strips here. That way we can push this down. And get it straight. And has to be deep enough. And I gotta work on this a little bit. And that's what it looks like so far. Now I'm going to cut the edges off and file them down. Now, when you file it down, you go from top to back, front to back. Otherwise, it's going to lift up and you're going to have problems. So that's what I'm going to do. This is thicker paper, so it's going to take you longer to file it down. So just at the top, front, back. And it's going to take you a few times because it's so thick. You can use lighter paper too if you want. And see how smooth that is. And I'm going to do the rest of it. If there's any part that's not glued down, go ahead and glue that down now. Just check all over to make sure your seam is all the way secure. I decided to do the back also, and it's done the same way, except I decided to put the message on here and cover up this part. So I'm going to hold it down until it actually sticks, but I like that. These are the moments we dream of. You are deserving. Now I couldn't put all of it on, so that's the part that's going to be on. And that's going to be the back. There's the front and back. All nice and cleaned up. Now, I'm going to put this to the side and let it dry, and we're going to start making the tags. For the month and day tags, I'm doing 3 by 2. So these are 3 inches, and you just take your ruler on the paper you're using. This one is exactly 12, so I can get 4 strips out of it. Now, the same way for the other one. You have the little grooves inside here. You can put your fingernail in. And that is where you want to put your mark. Right where the pencil mark is. And on this side too, make sure it's even. And, yeah, that was way off. Okay, now it's in there, and this one is in there. Press down so your paper doesn't move. You're going to press down on that lever. Press down and pull. There. Now I've got my 3s. I'm going to start on my 2s. Now if you don't press down on this, it's not going to cut. As you can see, there's a little blade in there. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So, I'm going to get started on the 2 inches cut. I have these all cut out. And I've got my letters. Now they're kind of small. But I've got 4 colors. Blue, black, red, green. So, I'm going to, because I don't have enough for everything in one color, I'm going to do my best to make the months different colors. And they're all going to be 3 letters, and be 3 different colors. And then I'll just put a hole on top. I might do the edges, I might not, but I'm going to start off with January. So, J. I think I'm going to start off at the bottom. So it's going to be Jan. Okay, I'm going to try to get this on here straight. Might not be straight. I don't do straight very well. Okay, got my N. A. And I'm going to try to get the middle part out. You see that? Okay. Now, A. Okay, now a J. Okay. There you go. January. And I'm going to do the rest of the alphabet the same, but I'm going to turn it around and put February over here. Okay, I'm going to do the numbers also. So I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. I have the cards made, and January, February, all of them. And I've got the numbers here too. 1, 0, 2, 3. So anyway, they each need a hole at the top. And I've got this from Dollar Tree. I'm going to try to match it up in the middle the best I can. And then punch. Now if you have a better one, it'll go a lot easier. March, April. I'm going to do that for the whole thing. Then we'll go and put it on the stand. Now this is all done. I want to thank you all for watching. And of course, if you got bigger numbers or you want a stencil, that's fine. Just make any way you want. I just added this down here just to give it a little more color. But I might give it a little more. I'm not sure. But I've got to seal it. Oh, and when you seal the numbers, make sure you don't put too much glue on, because if you do, your paper is going to buckle. And this is cardstock. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time with another project. So, thank you. I hope you liked the video you just saw, and I hope you like it enough that you subscribe and look around. There's other stuff that I have, other videos I have. So, I do a lot of kids stuff, and I do other stuff too. So, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.